Man, it's been a big day for MLB The Show 19. Not only did Bryce Harper finally sign his contract with the Philadelphia Phillies, so we finally found out what the official cover of the game was going to look like, but today Sony San Diego Studio went on Twitch and had a developer live stream covering moments and a lot of new stuff in Diamond Dynasty. The way they're going after Diamond Dynasty this year is really impressive in my opinion. They're really going after all of the complaints that the community had as far as content, and I really think Diamond Dynasty is going to be a lot more fun this year. So I'm going to go ahead and go over everything you need to know, everything they talked about in the stream, so you guys know exactly what to expect when you get the game and you can play Diamond Dynasty on day one with a little bit of a head start. If you're excited for MLB The Show 19 and you want to keep up with everything leading up to the launch of the game, make sure to subscribe to the channel. This is the best place to be. I am covering everything for you guys. You're not going to want to miss any videos that come up here, so make sure to subscribe. But anyway, on to the Diamond Dynasty features. Okay, the first thing to talk about is another group of new legends here in MLB The Show 19. Usually in every developer live stream, they reveal 2 new legends. Today, they doubled that. They revealed 4 new legends. Let's take a look at who some of these guys are.
Yeah, it's Cy Young.
Cy Youngsters. A lot of you guys in chat got it. Nice job.
Good job with the Google.
Boom, 4 new legends: Mark Pryor, Kerry Wood, Cy Young, and Rogers Hornsby. Nice little group right there. The Cubs pitchers are going to be really good. Rogers Hornsby is going to be really nice, especially if these contact hitters actually matter like they're saying they will. And then of course Cy Young, a great pitcher to have, a great old school guy. The Cy Young Award is named after this guy. He's going to be a stud, so I'm really excited that all of these legends are in the game. Okay, next up we have bat skins. Now we already know that bat skins will be in the game. We've known that for a little while now, but finally we got our first real look at what some of these bat skins are going to look like. Let's take a look.
They're in Road to the Show and Diamond Dynasty, and also on your entire Diamond Dynasty squad.
Exactly.
So,
Ooh, ice.
Cool.
What is ice? We're doing it backwards. We're scrubbing.
The backward swing is not part of the.
No, that is a.
Whoa!
Oh,
what's
there
on
it is.
there?
And we got some spooky
Some kind
eyes.
of like ice monster. Oh,
Look at that! Oh!
Yeah.
And so we got some gnarly teeth.
I believe this
Look
is
at that.
the bomber bat.
yeah.
The bombs away
It's a
bat.
bomber bat. Bombs away.
Bomber plane bat.
There it is, coming through.
So those are just a couple of the bat skins they showed. I think they showed a total of like 5 during the entire stream. I'm not going to show you guys all 5. If you want to go check them out, go for it. The link to the stream will be in the description. But I just kind of wanted to highlight that so you guys can actually get your first real look at a bat skin. You can kind of know what you can expect now when you unlock those. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the next part of the video, which is going to be talking about moments. Now, we already know a little bit about moments from the GameStop Monday video that was released earlier this week. But basically in the stream, they showed off kind of how moments will be working within Diamond Dynasty. Moments is its own game mode. You don't have to play Diamond Dynasty in order to play moments, but if you do have a Diamond Dynasty team, it will help you out when you're playing moments because you'll get rewards that will help build your team even more. So one moment they showed off is Babe Ruth calling his shot, and it's actually kind of cool because you get to play with the black and white background like you would actually have been watching it on TV back in the day. I think that's kind of a cool little addition. I don't know how many moments are going to have something like this, but if it's a really old school one, you might be able to have an option to turn this on or off. But it's basically a situational thing. You step up to the plate, you have to hit the home run. It does the little animation before you step in the box of calling your shot. If you hit the home run, you pass the moment. If you fail, you can try again. But if you pass the moment, if you complete it, then you get a certain amount of stubs or XP, or possibly if you complete a certain number of moments, a card that you can use in Diamond Dynasty as well. So there's going to be some moments that are going to be tied to missions, missions. There's going to be some moments tied to certain players, but overall, if you go ahead and play a lot of moments, you're going to get a lot of experience and a lot of progress in Diamond Dynasty as well. The two modes will be intertwined, hopefully pretty seamlessly. Okay, so moments, like I said, you don't need to play Diamond Dynasty to play moments and vice versa, but now we're going to talk about Diamond Dynasty actual exclusive stuff. So they're changing up a little bit of the way Diamond Dynasty is structured this year. So this is a nice little screenshot they gave of what Diamond Dynasty was kind of all about last year. You can see it was all about souvenirs and souvenir exchanges. It was about getting immortals, the top tier cards, and then obviously the ticket counter too. And then they went to the next graphic, which is this. There are going to be way less exchanges and no more souvenirs in the game this year. There are going to be no more immortals. Immortals are gone. They are out. No longer will we see immortal cards in MLB The Show 19. And there will be no ticket counter, and the ticket counter was always kind of there for the people who play the game a lot to get rewarded with some good stuff that you just couldn't get anywhere else, and it was all about the grinders. They do still have ways to reward you and hopefully reward you even better. So with this shift in Diamond Dynasty, there's a little bit of a shift in the way programs work as well. In 17 and 18, programs worked pretty similarly. They gave you a mission, you did that mission, and once you completed it, you would get a certain percentage in the program towards the final reward. Once you completed all of the missions in the program, you would get 100%, and you would unlock whatever the program reward was at the end. The thing that made MLB The Show 18's programs a little bit, repetitive and kind of not enjoyable to play was that these missions were huge CPU grinds. I mean, you could do them online, but you were at a disadvantage if you used some of these cards online because they weren't that good and blah, 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 blah. Well, this year they're changing up the way programs work, and they're actually giving you way more freedom and way more flexibility as to how you want to go about getting the cards in the programs. So instead of a normal percentage in the program this year, they're going to be giving you something called program stars. And they're going to have a ton of missions for you to do that each individual mission will get you a certain amount of program stars, and you can kind of go ahead and choose which route you want to go in order to complete the program. So if you don't like playing online at all, you just want to play against the CPU, there are going to be tons of CPU program missions that you can do, and then you'll get program stars from those, and that will go into the program and hopefully get you the reward that you need. If you don't like playing the CPU, or you don't want to play the CPU for the whole program and you want to go ahead and play some online, it will give you online missions as well. So you can do half CPU missions and half online missions, or you could do a third online missions and 2/3 CPU missions, and either way, no matter how you go about it, you're still going to have enough program stars to unlock the reward at the very end of it. So you basically get to choose how you complete the program. You can go all online, all CPU, you can do a mix of both, you can do some exchanges if you want. It is a way more efficient way to do this. It caters to both sides of the player base, people who don't like playing online, people who like playing online. Everybody seems to be happy with this. So I think this is a great addition and a great way to encourage both types of players to play. So to go with this, there's probably going to be fewer programs this year because programs are going to be kind of like the overall thing that you're going to be working towards in Diamond Dynasty. At the end of each program, there are going to be 3 different program bosses. So in this one, you've got Gossage, you've got Andrew Jones, and you've got Cy Young. And then once you complete the program, you will get a choice pack, which will let you choose between one of the 3 bosses, and all 3 of them, by the way, are going to be sellable. So if you choose Andrew Jones, but you figure out later that you want Rich Gossage, you can go buy Rich Gossage on the market. He will be auctionable. But they said they're looking to add programs every like 4 to 5 weeks because these programs are going to be a lot of stuff to do. They're going to be big. It's not like you're going to complete them right away. So once again, when you get to the end of the program, you're going to be getting that choice pack that will contain all 3 of those bosses, and then you are going to get to choose one of the 3. So if we take a look right here, the choice pack is live. They have all 3 options right here in front of them, and ultimately they end up choosing Andrew Jones. Now there's a couple really nice things to look at once they choose Andrew Jones. They added little actions on the card as soon as you get it. So first off, right here it says new. That means that I don't have this card in my inventory. Sometimes you get a card, you're not sure if you already have it or not, or if it's a duplicate. Right now, you have not had this card in your inventory, so boom, it is brand new. Right here, you can actually add it to your lineup right away. You can go ahead and throw him into your lineup. You can substitute him in from this screen, so it's saving you time from having to go back all the way to the squad screen. You have to go all the way to the position you want and filter him out, and then you put him in. Right here, you can can do it from this screen. Also, you can do marketplace actions from here. So if you just want to get rid of this card, you can go ahead and quick sell him for 5,000 stubs, or you can see what the highest sell now price is, and you can just go ahead and sell him right then and there, or you can go ahead and go to the marketplace yourself from right here. You can list him for whatever you want for the first buy now you want to see. Now, this isn't the most revolutionary change in the world, but the fact that you can do this right from this screen, you don't have to go through all of these extra steps just to put him on the marketplace or just to put him in your squad, this is going to help so much. It's going to be so much less tedious. It's going to be so much easier to input players or get rid of players, and you just keep inventory management. And overall, I think you guys are going to really appreciate this feature once you actually get the game and start playing it every day. So that's a nice little quality of life change to the game. I think it's going to really help. I think it's going to improve it a lot. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the next thing, which is more conquest boards. They said they've done a lot of conquest work this year. They wanted to make conquest more relevant. You know, last year we had conquest extreme, then it had conquest destiny, and at the end of the day, you know, it was a different way to play conquest, but you were playing the same board. You kind of knew what to expect. Now they have different smaller boards as well as the original United States map, but these ones are going to be more small and more, you know, focus based, and these will also be tied to programs. So you're going to be able to complete these little conquest boards. You have to do certain missions or do them in a certain way, and then they're going to unlock some program stars for you for, once again, going into the program and earning the rewards in there. I think Conquest honestly has a lot of potential, and I'm really excited that they are actually trying to take it to the next level this year. And I think adding different styles of Conquest maps and different types of ways to play Conquest is going to help, other than just how it was in 18 with Conquest Extreme and Conquest Destiny. Because Conquest Extreme, yeah, was a new way to play it, but it was kind of a frustrating way to play it. Another really nice set of upgrades we got is going to be in the squad screen. I'm going to go ahead and let game developer Matt Schaefer talk about all of this. This is directly from the stream. Take a listen to what he has to say, because this stuff is nice.
Focus now is more on your team.
Yep.
Instead of actually, I can see there, Jones is in my lineup, so it did work.
There it is.
You got to move Jones up in the order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Focus is on my team instead of your collection, but you have the ability to move around here. You can see you have your bench down here. You have your starting lineup here. You can mess with your batting order here and move guys around if you'd like.
Yep.
And one of the new options you have is the ability to just move quickly on the field. So you can press square here and move this guy over to right field if you like.
Swap.
Now you can see there what I did. I actually put that guy into a secondary position. We'll get into that to a second.
Okay.
But you get a nice little flag there, and it notifies you guys that are in their secondary position. And if you take a guy and you put him in a position that he doesn't have as a secondary position, you can see that they're completely out of position. This kind of ties back into what we talked about with the gameplay video. And I'll get right to that in a second.
It's all about surfacing that information to the user.
It's
in a
even
really
more
easily
important
accessible
this year.
way.
Show me.
One more thing that I wanted to mention that was a part of this redesign is so you could have multiple lineups.
Yes.
Multiple squads. Nick mentioned it earlier.
I'm
We
sorry,
may have
I
seen
blew
some
it.
video. I don't think it was a leak.
Let's see.
I can't remember anymore at this point.
I want to see it happen.
So if you press R1 at the top here, you can create a new squad. You can duplicate the squad you currently have. So let's make a new squad here. We're gonna name it Nick.
Nick. Great. What
All
an
right.
amazing. It's not how you spelled it. My name. It's fine.
So
With an L.
The M is silent.
So now we have a second squad here, so we can make our changes. We can do everything we want to this squad without actually, if I tab back over, affecting that squad.
I like it.
The cool part about that is for when you're doing these, build missions, you're doing these things where you have to change your lineup up. You just want to make some tweaks, but you don't want to mess up your whole lineup.
Yeah,
you have that
exactly.
option. You can make up to 4 lineups. You still have the options to press start or options. You can generate this best squad. You can rename your squad. You can delete squads. So you can go in there and tweak things however you feel. If you press R2, this will take you over to the pitchers, and you can see your starting pitchers and your bullpen. Make those tweaks as well. Square button moves around. You can move the guys in the order of your bullpen or starters, however you see.
How many
fit.
lineups can I have?
You can have 4, up to
4
lineups.
lineups.
Yes.
That's a lot of lineups.
Second thing I like to talk about here on the screen before we dive into action inventory is you can see right next to the card there's little shields with the numbers there. You can actually see at that position which card you have in your inventory in order to make it. So you don't actually press the button to jump in, but you can see, oh, okay, I have a guy in this position that's better than what's currently playing.
Yep.
So then,
Golds.
so we'll do that right now. We can jump into this one right here. As you can see, this is my second base inventory. This is the guys that I have. You have the ability to tab over to people who play as a secondary for second base, and the people who could play there, but they're going to be out of position.
Pre-filtered. That's super nice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do it.
Yes. So I'm going to go back here. You can see if I put a second baseman in there, he doesn't have a penalty at all. If I swap to my secondary position, who can play, they get a small penalty. Starts around 5 to 10% of their attributes for the indication there. You can see that they're bumped down a little bit.
Yep.
And then the people that are out of position, they can have a very, very severe penalty. This is why you don't want to do this year. And we're just trying to showcase this a little better so you guys can see very clearly why potentially this guy's not playing.
And as some of you may
position.
know, it does depend on what position you're coming from,
Absolutely.
what position you're going to.
Absolutely.
Right? So, like, there are some that might make more sense than others, but that's up for you guys to explore.
Exactly. Another thing here, too, that we add is the ability to do filters. So if you press square, you can actually find anybody you want in your filter by typing in their name. You can toggle any of these filters on, and it will filter out those guys for you in order to find guys that meet that criteria for your lineup that you're trying to build.
You can search by name in there too?
You can search by name. Yeah, that's a nice little feature, quality of life. We also added that as a side note to the marketplace this year.
Yep.
So if you guys want to search by typing in things, do it.
So that is really, really good information right there. I am really excited about the squad screen because it's going to make it so much better. It's going to give you so much more information, and it's just going to be easier to navigate, less tedious again. Everything that they're doing to Diamond Dynasty just looks like they're making it better for the user. So I know this was a long video, guys, but I wanted to make sure I covered everything about Diamond Dynasty. I think this year is going to be great in terms of content and hopefully gameplay. Let me know down in the comments what you are most excited about. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe because I am trying to cover everything for you guys. This is the place to be if you want to know everything about MLB The Show 19. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.